Mic check.
For those of you joining us online, we'll be preparing to start the meeting shortly. Thank you.
Recording in progress.
I would like to call to order the October 7th, 2025 meeting of the Santa Cruz County Board of Supervisors. Can the clerk please call roll call?
Certainly. Supervisor DeSerpa.
Present.
Supervisor Cummings.
Here.
Martinez.
Present.
Hernandez.
Present.
Thank you, Chair. You have quorum.
Thank you. Would any member of the board like to dedicate today's moment of silence? Supervisor Cummings?
Yes, thank you, Chair. Today I'd like to dedicate today's moment of silence to Jeff DeAndrea. On Thursday, October 2nd, we were informed that County Public Health Division lost one of their employees, Jeff DeAndrea. Jeff was a Bonnyton resident and served as senior public health investigator in the communicable disease unit for over 3 years as a resident enteric expert. He was a dedicated public health professional who participated in statewide policy development. Last year, Jeff played a key role in identifying, investigating, and coordinating the response to the Shigella outbreak, helping to protect the health and well-being of people experiencing homelessness and residents alike here in Santa Cruz County. He and his team were acknowledged and received recognition for their efforts at the 2024 Employee Recognition this past March for their efforts on the Shigella and syphilis response. Jeff had an innate ability to build trust and rapport with individuals from a wide range of sociocultural backgrounds and brought thoughtful, unique perspective to everything he did, and his presence elevated those around him. Jeff will be remembered and missed by family, friends, colleagues, and his community.
Please join us in a moment of silence. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to see if the County Executive Officer Palacios, is there any late additions or deletions to the regular or consent agenda?
There are no corrections today. Thank you.
Okay. I'll bring it back to the board to see if anyone would like to remove any items from the consent agenda. Or, okay. Moving on, I'll open it up to the public for public comment. You have 2 minutes for public comment on items not on the agenda.
Well, good morning. You guys are so close. My name is still James Ewing Whitman. How about a moment of silence for between the 600 and 800,000, mostly women and children that have been murdered and genocided by what is the state of Israel, the 51st, 52nd, or 53rd state in the United States? I mean, the state of Israel attacked the U.S. liberty in 1967. Lyndon Johnson, the traitor, did a stand down. Now we have the Jesuit, Zionist, Bolshevik, Nazi Donald J. Trump doing more of the same. So what's going on in this room? I mean, I'm not standing to pledge allegiance to the California or the U.S. corporate pirate flag. You know, this author, Joe Hyman, wrote 3 books. This is the back of the first one, The Metrocrats. Regionalism and non-law governments are destroying the United States. For more than 15 years, Joe Hyman has been known for an unyielding opponent to the alien ideas that have been turning the self-government of Americans into a grotesque replica of old world's divine rights and rulers. That corporate maritime pirate flag, that was established, what was it, February 23rd, 1871, when the Triad, the city of London, Vatican City, and Washington, D.C., you guys are pledging allegiance to be corporate citizen slaves. Don't believe a word I say, do your own research. So yeah, it is sad that there's more genocide going on, but what was the United States founded upon? Genocide and slavery. So it's just kind of more of the same. Anyway, it's nice to see all you guys, and I'd like to see some change, and I won't take up all the time. Thank you.
Is there anyone online? Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Good morning. My name's Becky Steinbrunner. I note there is no agenda for today's special meeting your board is holding at 1:30 today in the Hotel Paradox next door. Why isn't that out with the regular agenda here for the public to see? It's also not posted in either of the 2 kiosks for public to see. Again, I protest your board holding a meeting in a Hotel Paradox that is costing a lot more than is costing taxpayers to meet here. You shouldn't be doing this. And I was really offended to see that the CEO of Second Harvest Food Bank is on the panel to interview people there, as is the CEO of 3CE. What is going on here? Why are some invited to the table, but the public is excluded because it's closed session? I think you're violating the Brown Act by allowing these people to come and help select our next CAO. I want to say that I do not see on the closed session agenda discussion of litigation I have filed, case 25CV02808, a writ of mandate regarding the Redmond Hirahara House. It is disgusting what you did to allow that to be demolished and have no provisions for providing the known buried Asian artifacts there, or a biotic assessment. Finally, I want to say that I was privileged to be on a call with Mr. John Hassar from Infinity, and I urge you to contact him. There are non-lithium battery technologies available, and you are getting ready to approve our county's best ordinance very soon without proper information. Do not rely solely on the Commission of the Environment because it was never publicly vetted. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Nina Audino. My husband and I own a home in rural Corralitos and have been residents of Santa Cruz County for nearly 40 years. I'm appealing to you to reconsider certain statements made to you by the Chair of the Commission on the Environment in his recent recommendation report summarizing the Commission's findings on BESS. In his 21-page recommendation report, Chris Domhorst dedicates 7 sentences to public comment. I urge you to reconsider this statement in particular. Despite extensive conversation regarding the evidence presented, some public comments continue to be skeptical, even questioning the balance of the information received at the workshops, given that it did not comport with their viewpoints. On behalf of the public we aim to protect, the group Stop Lithium BESS in Santa Cruz County presented 14 pages of factual information that addressed the scientific facts of lithium BESS hazards, citing 24 academic, international, and national expert organizations. As part of those 14 pages, we asked why the Commission did not include a single expert research scientist in materials science and engineering, chemical engineering, or electrical engineering, the research fields considered indispensable for a thorough knowledge of battery science, its applications and strengths, and also its dangers and risks. We also asked why the Commission invited the Director of California's premier BESS lobby, CISA, Scott Murdishaw, to deliver a 45-minute presentation designed to discredit the feasibility of alternative non-lithium energy storage. Murdishaw's lobby is paid by BESS developers whose interests are dominated by lithium projects. The COE also refused to consider or invite several potential speakers our group presented to them, including leading research scientists in battery science and representatives from a nationally leading non-lithium battery energy company supported and promoted by the CEC, CAISO, and the CPUC. We will make the 14 pages of facts we presented available to all of you, in report format by email and delivered to your office. We appreciate a response from you. We urge you to consider this report carefully and also respecting our with the speakers the COE ignored. Thank you.
How do I get information? Do I get it to the clerk? Good morning. My name is Carol Bjorn. So if you had solar panels on your home and you wanted a battery energy storage solution for your home, let's say you were to go out and you would get at least 2 bids, right? You wouldn't just take the first person that offers you a battery energy storage facility for your home. So let's say you get at least 2 bids. The first guy, salesman A, comes in and tells you about his product. And you ask him, what are the downsides of your product? And he says, well, it's only going to last about 8 years at the max, but it'll probably catch on fire before that. You'll have to shelter in place when it catches on fire, and then there'll be toxic materials on your home and in your yard. Then salesman B comes in and offers you his solution, and you ask him, what are the downsides to your product? And he says, well, it might be slightly more expensive than solution A. However, it's going to last 30 years. It's non-flammable. Okay, which solution would you choose? Obviously, you choose B, right? You're investing in your home and you want a safe solution for your home. This is option B. You have it in your hands. Both Becky and Nina talked about it to you. John Hazar at Infinity has a vanadium flow battery. It's non-flammable. The ordinance that you guys are voting on in November needs to require that the BESS facilities have non-flammable facilities. Anything less is below a standard for this community. We need to have safe battery energy storage facilities. Secondly, Chris Damhorst omitted John Hazar from speaking at the Commission on the Environment workshops. He also omitted the public comment. So as Nina was just talking about, you guys need to be taking into account the public comment because it's been omitted from that report. And again, when you're voting on that ordinance, please make sure that it includes language that requires the non-flammability of the product in this storage facility. Thank you.
Good morning, Board. My name is Tricia Weber, the Santa Cruz County Clerk, Registrar of Voters, and I'm here to talk to you today about the ballots for the November 4th election were mailed out last week. Most people received theirs on Friday, and voters are already turning in their ballots. Yesterday, we picked up over 1,000 ballots just from drop boxes in North County. Today's my South County run, so we'll see how that goes. And just as I was walking out the door, the post office showed up with about 700 through the mail. So we do see a spike at the beginning, but this seems to be a little larger than normal, so I'm very excited that voters are voting. We have our 21 drop boxes across the county. They are picked up by department staff, and we will be processing them, meaning signature verification, the day that we receive them. In-person voting also started yesterday at 3 locations. We will open an additional location on October 25th, 14 more on November 1st, and 4 more on Election Day, for a grand total of 24 locations that any voter can go to, return the ballot they received in the mail, obtain a replacement ballot, or vote in person. I also want to take this time to alert everyone to a rule change for the United States Postal Service. The rule was implemented in 2024 and is now fully in effect across the nation. For any mail that is deposited in a mailbox that is more than 50 miles away from a regional processing center, it will not be postmarked the day it was put into the box. I want to say that again. Any any mailbox that is more than 50 miles away from a regional processing center will receive a postmark the following day. The nearest regional processing center for Santa Cruz County is in Richmond. That is more than 50 miles away. So I'm getting ready to drop my mail into the box right outside the door here, well before the pickup time, but it will not be receiving a postmark until tomorrow. And I'm over my time, but I'm going to keep going because ballots need to be postmarked on or before Election Day in order to be considered timely. And this is an opportunity to start re-educating us consumers of the post office that our postmarks are going to happen a day later. So we have always said, if you still have the ballot envelope in your hand a week before the election, it's best for you to put it in a drop box or take it to a in-person voting location. Or if you must mail it, walk inside and have it hand postmarked. We're not changing that messaging, but I want to start reiterating it so we become more educated as mail consumers. Our postmarks will be one day later. Please note that. Thank you.
Anyone online?
Yes, Chair. Call-in user 1, your microphone's now available.
Marilyn Garrett, I would really like to see a government of, for, and by the people, not of, for, and by contaminating, murderous corporations. And we could actually name those corporations. I agree with the comments of the public speakers today and urge you to follow the recommendations of Central Water District and their attorneys regarding the proposed energy storage facilities within the Central Water District sphere of influence. You have all received a copy of this letter. It starts out, our firm as general counsel to the Central Water District, which is a special water district located in Santa Cruz County. The firm I am writing on behalf of the District Board of Directors to express the district's strong opposition to the Santa Cruz County Board of Supervisors regarding the installation of the proposed battery energy storage system facility in Aptos, California. The district has many concerns regarding the proposed project and its potential negative impacts on our community. And I will add, you have heard from the public on these negative impacts that are well known. The letter concludes towards the end. The proposed project presents an unacceptable risk to the health and safety of our customers and community. This letter serves as an official protest against the project. The district respectfully requests that the County Board of Supervisors reject the proposed project location. End of sentence. I would add, if anything is toxic, it should be prohibited, and add to the comments about it should be proved non-flammable and non-toxic. How outrageous to agree to anything that poisons the community, especially when you have the evidence. Thank you. Vote no.
Call-in user 628, your microphone's now available.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, hi, this is Rich Buckingham again. I'd like to read another section of a book called The Unfortunate Truth About Vaccines by Santa Cruz's own Leon Cannero. This section is called Other Critics of Vaccinations. Alfred Russel Wallace was a British naturalist, explorer, geographer, biologist, and anthropologist who was best known for independently formalizing the theory of evolution at the same time as Charles Darwin. He wrote in 1898, quote, "Vaccination is a gigantic delusion. It has never saved a single life, but that it has been a cause of so much disease, so many deaths, such a vast amount of utterly needless and altogether undeserved suffering, that it will be classed by the coming generation among the great errors of an ignorant and prejudiced age. In its penal enforcement, the foulest blot on the generally beneficent course of legislation during our century." Another author, J.T. Biggs, sanitation engineer for Leicester, which is in England, in 1912, wrote, "There is but little but vaccination in Leicester now, no smallpox, and the death rate from these 7 principal zymotics has fallen in 1908 to 1910. What has achieved this astounding revolution? Certainly not vaccination. It is the direct outcome of active, persistent, and solid progress in sanitation, which, in its broadest sense, covers the entire exclusion of absolutely insanitary and disease-diffusing practice of cowpoxing." Mahatma Gandhi expressed his view about vaccinations in 1921 by writing, "Vaccination is a barbarous practice and one of the most fatal of all the delusions current in our time. Conscientious objectors to vaccination should stand alone, if need be, against the whole world in defense of their conviction." Thank you.
We have no further speakers online, Chair.